swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Up next, we'll get a look at Patrick Mahomes. After his last game, now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Eagles and the Saints on Sunday Night Primetime.
We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New Orleans Saints. Alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Saints in this matchup. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-ones in the passing game. Maybe identify some situation where they can swing the ball to the backs in space. Even find some spots where they just want to play some old-fashioned power football. As one of the most successful coaches in the league told us once, the definition of balanced offense, that means you can do what you want when you want to.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. As we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes. First play, Mahomes looking to throw it. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's the option. Running right. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. That's on the 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 8 catches, 127 yards, and a score.
And he's trying to prove the adage, it's not just how you start, it's how you finish. And he is finishing awfully strong, takes great care of his body. I expect him to go ahead and put a capper on this season.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. This defense for the Saints, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
17 yards and a first down for Philly. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's coming like clockwork right now for them.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Again, it's Jones. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try to fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He
The kick by Carlson is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here come the Saints now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 11 carries, 52 yards.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
7 yards there and a first down. The Saints at 9-3 here on the year, and they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl frontrunners. Sometimes with extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go all the way.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Willis out of the gun. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. On first down, Willis. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
First and 10, it's Willis. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Christian Barmore getting in there to drop him. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
Quick slant here to Smith. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Willis on 3rd and goal. Caught on the slant. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Trying for it on 4th down. Here's Willis. And this is going to be intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Mahomes now to throw. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll go again to Jones. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
If they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Mahomes now on 1st down. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On 2nd and 10, Mahomes. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Tyler Conklin with touchdown number 8 on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off. They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on first down.
On second down, it's Jones. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. They do get a yard there, but only a yard leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion and a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Open man here is Conklin. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 4th down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Out is Carlson now for the Raider field goal. Made his first. This now from 42 yards out. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Kamara try the right side.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Play fake. Here's Willis.
Rolling to his left. And this one is incomplete.
No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Willis. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 20-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Saints. David Njoku, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Saints get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Santos with the extra point, and it's now 13-7. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Darius Slayton and the rest of this offense about to begin their next drive.
Second quarter here, he has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Yeah, well, so far, just the single catch. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes.
That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 37. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Taken in at the 3. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Saints set to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up. Got to get the running game going. And there should be some gaps to run through now. And this was a nice example of the offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Second down throw coming by Willis.
That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 37. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A give to Kamara running right.
And he'll take this down to the 33.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, you pointed out to me at half, seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now Willis on 3rd down.
They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete.
And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. Here we go with Kamara. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Alvin Kamara unable to push past that yellow line. And the Eagles defense able to hold. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards that time for number 14. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long.
And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there for Philly. 53 yards. Patrick Mahomes, he can do everything seemingly, and that time he just reared back and let it fly. And Mahomes is going to keep it. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Patrick Mahomes scoring on the 2-yard keeper as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and so these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignment. Third down situation coming up in the 3rd quarter, and this defense hoping to turn that 3rd down into 4th. 3rd down, it's Willis. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. A solid drive here has this offense in really good position. Can they finish the drive off? Let's find out. It's 1st and 10 inside the red zone. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Willis. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll give him a new 7 downs. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Willis. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Another try after the 1st down sack. Willis, wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. David Njoku. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they had it. This offense looking for 6 points. They are in the red zone as we'll get back into it here. 1st and 10 at the 11. And he'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Willis under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
On 3rd down, it's Willis. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown.
Touchdown, New Orleans. This defense now desperate to protect their three-point lead. What can they do here? This might be the drive that decides it one way or the other. On first down, Mahomes. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. Yeah, this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for that first pick. But instead, it's third down. Actually a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now here's Mahomes. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Mahomes. Able to find Jones. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Mahomes. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. Touchdown, Eagles! The drive of the game forthcoming. This offense, a field goal does them no good. They need to get in the end zone. The good news, they have all 3 timeouts left. Let's see how this plays out.
Willis to throw. It's complete. The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it.
And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Here's Willis.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Trying to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Throwing, Willis.
Steps away to his left. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
Now Willis.
And that is taken in by Njoku. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Wow, wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
Partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this one away.
Willis looking to pass it to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Popular down near the goal line, quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
Patrick Mahomes in the offense. Down by 2, 37 seconds to go. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Mahomes. A check down here to Jones. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. For the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Here's Mahomes. Connects with Slayton. And some room to maneuver. And they will get the conversion on 3rd down, but the clock, a more pressing factor. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Mahomes to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. Close ball game comes to an end. That last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for New Orleans, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll hit the road next week to take on.
Let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring them in the. You know I stay with some bad little baby. TGOD, baby, no, that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We throwing hundreds, we going insane. Pouring this. Yeah, homies got me pouring this. We get awards, but we give God the glory. I'm shooting my shot, and most times I be scoring. Do this for my city, I bring on the trophy. Feel like Freddie Mercury, we the champions. Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Feeling like I can't miss. Baby, it's all in the wrist. You really wanna be the boss, it's expensive. Ain't the real champ if you never defend it. Put in that work, I'ma make them remember. I just broke down hella trees, yelling timber. Stand in the line, they put me in the center. It blow their mind when they see how I'm winning. Went back and doubled up, now you in trouble, my on hustle, my diamonds are huddled up. TGOD got this off the muscle. That's me about my life, man. I love it, I love it. Got so many rings, I need room for another one. Been through the pain, now it ain't no more struggle. My team win the game, put our face on the cover, brother. We the champions.
Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. That hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. G. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got all in your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down, she real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby, no witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, then make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look. See, I was the high school slick brick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 crippin'. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a roundaway girl to live with. Showtime at the Apollo. I'm about the bottom. Take 2 and pull out a little for my who won't live to see tomorrow.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
What you waiting for? Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Tell the chauffeur to open Mercedes door. Put the pedal to metal and made it soar. She was, but I made it sure it was. So we stayed indoors. Let's take it where no one has been before. It feel like I've known you some years before, but I don't know.